I don't give a shit about your 1500 SAT score. Eat under 1500 calories a day, and then I'll be impressed. If you treat her better than she treats you, she'll get bored. Don't just give her your attention. Make her earn it. She's not your co-pilot. She's your flight attendant.
Live from Philadelphia, your man, Donovan Sharp.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 415th episode of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2019. We are multicasting live to multiple YouTube channels, multiple Facebook pages, and Twitter. So wherever you are and however you are watching or listening, thanks for making the Sharp reality a part of your day. Later on TSR Primetime, I'm going to break down the last 5 signs that you are a toxic bully, according to a female author on liveboldandbloom.com. Now, I broke down the first 5 last night. I'm going to break down the last 5 tonight at 5:30 Eastern on donovansharp.com during the show TSR Primetime. Today, I'm going to talk about the end of that article when the author asked her disembodied audience a few questions like, can these relationship problems be fixed? What can I do about it? And can he change? So let's go ahead and get right to it. The first question that she asks is, can these relationship problems be changed? The fact that females these days are characterized being in a relationship with a controlling man speaks to the very denial of their female nature. Feminism, more or less, has females thinking that being with a passive, supplicating man or passive supplicating men will make them happy. It is reinforced to them every minute of every day. Facebook memes, Twitter posts, TV shows, Instagram, movies. All of these mediums consistently push the false narrative that women desire men who have no backbone and are afraid of women, and that being in relationships with these men will lead to happiness and satisfaction. But if you're watching the show right now, you know that that's not even close to being true. But a lot of you guys often wonder why women are so poorly behaved when they get with men who fit the ideal they've been tricked into pursuing by the gynocentric culture. Well, the answer is simple. It's because most females in this part of the world are highly promiscuous, but most men in this part of the world treat them as if they are not. Okay, Donovan, I get that, but why is that a problem? Why does this cause women to misbehave in relationships with men who seemingly check off all the boxes according to healthy relationships, according to the tropes of feminism? Now, this answer isn't so simple, but it's not really complicated either. The reason why today's women, rather, misbehave in relationships with men that they think are perfect is that these perfect men treat them as women of quality, and promiscuous females are not women of quality. Not even close. You see, guys, treating a promiscuous female like a woman of quality subconsciously upsets her. Because in her mind, as far as she's concerned, the man she's with cannot differentiate between females like her and women of quality. Promiscuous females are very uncomfortable with being treated like women of quality because deep down they know that they don't deserve it. Deep down they know that they have to keep up the charade in order to keep getting the good treatment coming. And they don't like it. They don't like the fact that they'll have to act like a woman of quality to continue being treated like one. And doing something like this, guys, is very difficult. And as we all know, women are allergic to doing what's difficult, especially when it comes to men. Now, the other reason this is a problem is that promiscuous females will punish men who cannot differentiate between females like her and females and the women who actually deserve this treatment. They subconsciously think to themselves, this dude is clueless. I slept with 10 guys in the last 10 weeks, but he's treating me like I'm some virgin bride? This upsets her because she now knows that you don't know how to handle women properly. You treat all females the same simply because they are females. Females dislike a lot of supplicating male behavior, but they positively loathe men who are clueless about how to handle women and how to properly treat them according to what they deserve. This is why promiscuous females punish men who treat them like they're these virtuous unicorn princesses who are above reproach and can do no wrong. So when promiscuous females subconsciously ask themselves, why am I losing attraction to this guy? He's tall, dark, and handsome, has a great job, comes from a great family, he worships the ground I walk on, and he treats me like a goddess. Why am I not happy with him anymore? What is wrong? They honestly have no idea that their feminine hard drive will not allow them to love, respect, and adore a man who is afraid to treat her the way she deserves to be treated, which is with caution, trepidation, and a firm hand. Which brings us back to the original question. Why is a controlling man a problem in a relationship? Why is a man who is controlling, why is this a problem to be solved or taken care of in a relationship? I will answer that question right after the break. We'll be right back.
The Donovan Sharp mobile app is finally here. You can schedule and pay for consultations, buy TSR merchandise, read Donovan's books, make donations, and much more. And you can do it all right from the app. The Donovan Sharp mobile app is available to patrons only. You won't find it at the App Store, the Google Play Store, or anywhere else. Get your hands on the first and only mobile app in Manosphere history. Download the Donovan Sharp mobile app today.
Get your official TSR gear at the Donovan Sharp merchandise store. T-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, and much more. New styles and items are added every month. You can look good and support the show by repping TSR Towers. Go to donovansharp.com/merch, or you can buy TSR gear right from the Donovan Sharp mobile app. Welcome back to the 415th edition of TSR Live. It is good to have you guys in this evening. Be sure to tune in to TSR Primetime later on at 5:30 Eastern on donovansharp.com or the Donovan Sharp mobile app. I'm going to break down the last 5 of those 10 BS signs that this chick who writes for this website, Live Bold and Bloom, which sounds like a chick website. These are the signs that she believes make men toxic and controlling. Let's check the chat here, see who we've got going on. Manish on the Donovan Sharp mobile app side says, "What's up, guys? Appreciate that." Shout out to CJ Mutter, who is also in here. James Martinez, Jimmy Himalaya, good to see you in here. Let's go to the YouTube side. BK from the Rockies, good to see you in here. V Coast 758. Mike Shinnery, Ryan Sullivan, Thaddeus Scott, Suede Senators in the house. Luigi Conti says, "For the good part, do I gotta join Patreon?" I don't really know. I'm not understanding what that means. Jack Bone says, "Woohoo! I'm just a spectator, or am I a part of the action?" Okay, all right. Yeah, Legend P says, "Looks like video and sound aren't in sync, at least for me anyway." Yeah, I can see that I had a slight lag, but I had to close. I closed Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio actually takes up a lot. It really, really saps. I don't think it saps my speed, because my internet speed seems to be doing exactly what I paid it to be doing. But what happens is I notice a lot of times, at least lately, that when I have Blog Talk Radio running, there's a big time lip sync. I actually noticed that in the recordings too. So I might have to might actually have to use a second laptop to take phone calls, so that I do not so I don't have to worry about the lip syncing back and forth. I know that's tough to deal with. I hate seeing that shit as well, but I'll definitely work on that for you guys here in the not too distant future. Little Rock 2517, good to see you in here. Jack Bones says, "As it happens, I'm just a dude in the audience jerking off again." All right, I'm timing you out for that. Somebody time him out. Wait a minute. Why is it not giving me the... Oh, this is wacky. Yep, somebody time out Jackbone. That's ridiculous. Armando Moreno, good to see you in here. The TSR courtroom bailiff. Yeah, Chris Kaysen on the Donovan Sharp mobile app side says I seem in sync now. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I see the I see that it looks like I'm in sync now, and I think it's because I closed Blog Talk Radio. So I got a dude. There's a lot of bells and listen. You guys have seen the gradual progression in the show, the studio setup, the production, and all that stuff. And no matter how beefy your computer system is, when you have OBS takes up a lot of memory speed, whatever the case may be, and plus I'm broadcasting to multiple channels, so if I have another live stream up or I've got something like Blog Talk Radio up, it's going to give me the lip syncing problem, so I'm going to have to work on that. But Chris, appreciate you pointing that out. Yeah, Jimmy Himalaya on the Donovan Sharp mobile app side says I'm good and synced up now. Good, very very good. Jonathan from Modern Life Dating is in the house. It is, what time is it there? It is 5:11 p.m., so it is 7:11 a.m., and I guess Jonathan stayed up all night. He says, I am spot on controlling a possession. This is what you love. Good to see you in here. BK from the Rockies, good to see you in here. Colin Comrie, good to see you in here. Spinz, or Spins, says, female-dominated relationships are everywhere. Aren't those just as toxic? No, dude. No. There's no such thing as a toxic relationship, at least not as far as men are concerned. Any man who describes his relationship as toxic is a man who is not in control of his woman. That's all there is to it. Oh my God, my relationship is so toxic. Well, the reason why it's toxic is because she's doing things that you don't want her to do, and you're not putting your foot down. If you put your foot down, held her to a certain standard, or make her earn your commitment, demand her best, that's not a toxic relationship. There's no such thing as a toxic relationship as far as a man is concerned. You either want to be in the relationship or you don't. That's how it goes. Women describe toxic relationships as relationships that are easy or that are hard to cheat on. Right? A healthy relationship is a relationship where it's easy for them to explore their options and, sleep with their coworkers and their bosses. Toxic relationship is a man who keeps her in her place. Mo the Genesis says, I've come a long way. I have worked very, very hard. Freelance Ronan says, okay, see, I'm not a computer guy. OBS does use a lot of RAM. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, OBS, it's worth it. Don't get me wrong, but it runs everything smoothly except for when I have Blog Talk Radio up. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Chris Von Erich is in the house. Dennis says, set some rules. Okay, I think that's pretty obvious. Fareed Majub says, no such thing as toxic masculinity. Actually, yeah, there is. And a caller pointed this out a while back. The only toxic masculinity that we see is the toxic masculinity displayed by women. That's what that comes down to. Donnie Whitlock, don't think I've seen you in here. Shout out to you. Says, these women say they want a man to cater to them and then goes out to bang a jerk. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Somebody time out Can Petey like a million times. I don't want to hear that Go MGTOW nonsense in my chat. Somebody time him out. Time him out. Dude, time him out for the rest of the show. For whatever reason, my ban hammer seems to be off. I think it's probably because I'm logged into another account. And again, it is good to have you in today. Let's go ahead and go back to what I asked during the break, which is, why is a controlling man a problem in a relationship? Well, the answer is that it's not. And females who are in relationships with controlling and possessive men tend to stick around far more often than not for the exact same reason they cheat on the men who roll out the red carpet for them, and that is the feminine hard drive, guys. Gentlemen, make no mistake. Women love, worship, adore. They love, worship, adore. They love these men, guys. They love controlling men, but they're not allowed to say it or show it in public. Otherwise, they're seen as damaged or mentally ill, right? Oh my God, she's trapped in a vicious cycle of manipulation and intimidation. These females subconsciously ask themselves, this guy is a control freak. He dictates what I do, how I dress, and how I act. So why can I not leave? Why do I find myself drawn to him? Am I damaged? Do I have low self-esteem? Well, what ends up happening is that these females sabotage their relationship because the world tells them that they are psychologically damaged females with low self-esteem because they allow themselves to be in these emotionally abusive relationships with these controlling men. When in actuality, she actually loved him. She truly loved him because of his controlling and possessive nature, and possessive nature, as Mother Nature intended. But it's characterized as a problem because feminism tells them that it is. Now, the second question the author asked is, well, what can I do about it? Well, the solution she gives is exactly what I just talked about. She says, quote, if you are not married to this person or otherwise committed, either financially or with children, then the answer is leave now. Get away from this person as fast as you can. Yes, you may still love him and think he has tons of potential, if only he didn't show his bad side. And there is that sabotage, gentlemen. There is that sabotage. Get away from this person as fast as you can, so a man who demands a woman's best, has no qualms vocalizing his requirements, and has zero issue with enforcing his boundaries and falling short of his expectations is his bad side. Again, this woman is wanting all of the benefits of being in a relationship of consequence with a man of value without any of the costs that come with it. At the beginning of the article, if you guys remember yesterday, she characterized your good qualities as a man who is strong and decisive, who knows what he wants and says what he means. But then at the end of the article, she's calling these habits that make him attractive his bad side, because you happen to be the only thing in his life that is perfect and doesn't need changing. Shout out to Freelance Runner with the $5 contribution. Says, congratulations on the upgrades, TSR in effect. I appreciate that. Freelance Ronan, thank you so much. Anyway, we wonder why females cheat with their exes all the time, right? We wonder why they pine for their controlling and abusive ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands. When they get with their new supplicating boyfriends, they do all of this complaining. You love this man, and he has tons of potential, but because he shows his bad side, you have to leave as soon as possible. These women are the alpha widows of the world, guys. Well, Donovan may have been verbally abusive, but I miss his domineering take-charge personality that didn't allow me to slack off. Yeah, sweetheart, you need to stop reading articles like this. The third question she asks is, can he change? And her answer is, quote, not likely. A controlling man must be highly motivated to change his behavior, and he must be highly motivated to maintain new healthy behaviors once he acknowledges his controlling personality. She continues, why would a controlling man change when he has all of the perks of being controlling? He has the feeling of power that comes with control. He gets his way on just about everything. He has trained you, she puts this in quote, and your kids to do his bidding. He is the center of attention. He controls the finances. He looks great to friends and family who don't know about his Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde behaviors. Now, I'm going to break this down sort of line by line. And we're going to start with the not likely when she asked, can he change? Or can he change? Now, this answer directly points to the fact that despite how much females try to change you, they don't really want to change you. They want you to stand your ground. They want you to remain steadfast in your beliefs. If you don't, they will come to resent you, and they'll have no idea why, guys. Why do I hate him? She'll ask herself. He's done everything I've asked him to do. He's become the man I've told him I've always wanted and needed, but now that he is, I just don't feel the same. Why? Why don't I love him anymore? Well, my good friend, Illimitable Man, gives us the answer to this question in an article entitled Dominance and Submission. You guys should check that out. on illimitablemen.com. Google search dominance and submission. He hasn't put anything up there in like a decade plus, so it should be near the top. I love you, dude. You know, I got to bust your balls about this. Anyway, here's a short passage from that article that gives us that answer. It says, quote, "The man must act upon and mold a woman more than she does him. For if the woman is to act upon and mold the man, she will create something she finds abhorrent. More simply and explicitly stated, a woman will mold a man into something she despises, but a man will mold a woman into something he loves." Females believe that the answer, "not likely," is a bad thing. But when females try to change a man's controlling behavior, they never realize that failure is a good thing in this regard, and that success is a bad thing. They have no idea that what they think they want will make them miserable, and what they think they don't need will actually make them happy. If she manages, gentlemen, to change his controlling behavior, she'll lose attraction for him because A, she knows she can change him, and females cannot respect or love men that they can change. B, the fact that she changes his behavior says to her that he was incongruent, meaning that this whole controlling thing, this whole frame thing that he read on the red pill was just a facade, just a mask. The same way pickup artists lose their false confidence and charm when the sun comes up the next morning. Then she says, quote, "A controlling man must be highly motivated to change his behavior, and he must be highly motivated to maintain new healthy behaviors once he acknowledges his controlling personality. Why would a controlling man change when he has all of the perks of being controlling?" I will address this and the rest of her closing statement along with the last 5 signs she points out as controlling toxic behavior in just a few minutes at the bottom of the hour on TSR Primetime, which starts at 5:30 Eastern today, which is in just a few minutes over at donovansharp.com. Guys, at the top of my page, click the Watch Live link to tune in. If you have the Donovan Sharp mobile app, go to the Watch Live icon, and you'll be able to watch it from there. Now, as I stated yesterday, guys, and I'm going to say it again, TSR Primetime is most definitely not for YouTube, not by a long shot. So if you want the unfiltered 100% real, raw, no BS content you guys have come to expect from me, tune into TSR Primetime Monday through Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on donovansharp.com or the Donovan Sharp mobile app. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Make sure you subscribe to my weekly newsletter and be sure to tune in to TSR Primetime in just a few minutes on donovansharp.com. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.